It's February in Nashville and it's starting to snow. I'm not gonna be around for that. So I think I'm gonna head down to Florida somewhere. I don't know where exactly, but we're gonna try and find some warmer weather. This is Sunday. Wednesday, it's supposed to like get 5 inches maybe here. So I'm not really here for that. So in the escape vehicle, we're gonna get a haircut. We're gonna head on down to Florida and see where we end up. Haircut's done. Feels good. Now we can go and get in the sun a little bit, hopefully maybe in a day or two. So we'll proceed on and see where we end up. Stopped along here at this Love's. I had to put some DEF fluid in my van. I also got some breakfast, which is actually lunch at McDonald's here at the Love's truck stop. I'm already got full tank of fuel, so we're gonna keep on rolling after I finish eating this food. We're in Georgia, headed to Atlanta. Stopped off here at another Love's truck stop. We're in, I don't know, Calhoun or something, Georgia, near Dalton, on the way to Atlanta. Just topped off the fuel, 15 plus gallons, wasn't even half empty, but I have a 40-gallon aftermarket gas tank that helps me a lot as far as not having to stop so much. But when the gas is a little cheaper at one station than the other on the way, I'll stop and just top off. So got that, couple snacks, some Snickers bars, and cappuccino for the cappuccino machine should keep me going, and we're gonna get back on the road. We're in Atlanta. Georgia. And Atlanta traffic. Our plan is working. We're getting out of the wintry muck and into some better temperatures. Right now my car says it's 48 degrees here in Nashville. When I left this morning, it was in the 20s, I think, or maybe low 30s. So, good news. We have actual sunshine now coming through. Look at that. That is great. Good to see. 49 degrees. By the way, it was snowing in Nashville this morning. So, wasn't even supposed to start snowing until Wednesday. But I went out this morning and it was snowing. Crazy. Glad I'm taking the trip. Blue skies, sunshine, clouds are clearing up. Excellent. I made it, I think, around Macon, Georgia. And once again, I'm at a Love's. They have a Subway, so I'm going to get some lunch or some dinner here. And I'm going to try and just stay here tonight and see, hopefully they don't kick me out. Good morning. It's about 9 a.m. Eastern time. We're still here in the Love's parking lot where we slept last night. Thank you, Love's, for letting us stay here. Apparently I'm in a delivery zone because there was 2 18-wheelers that pulled up behind me this morning about 8 a.m. So that was a little wake-up call. We're about 5 hours, I think, from Tampa area. It's cold here right now. It's about 34 degrees. But it stayed really pretty warm in the van. I think it got down to maybe 46. No problem. I have a really good down comforter in the back. Kept me nice and toasty. Gonna try and see if I can find a McDonald's somewhere around here, get some coffee and some breakfast, and then we'll hit the road. It's not open on the inside. They're doing construction, but you can go through the drive-thru, but I can't go through the drive-thru because I'm more than 9 feet, so I'm going to the curbside carryout, and I'll order on the app. All right, I'll let you all in some game here. If you're not using the app for your restaurants when you're on the road, you're really missing out on deals, percentages off. First of all, there's an app-exclusive deal for 30% off of $5 or more. I got 2 sausage egg McMuffins and a large coffee, and it was $6.71. I got $2.66 off on that. Normally $8.87. So use your apps when you're on the road or anytime. Every restaurant has them. They have deals. You can accumulate points. It's really good. Recommend. Welcome to Florida. I'm going to stop off at this Love's travel stop, get some fuel, take a break. Got the fuel situation sorted. We got full tank. I think we have about 3 hours till the Tampa area, and we should finally get to wherever we're trying to get. It's always a good sign when you see palm trees or palm something. And it's lunchtime. The Golden Arches. You know, the thing is, when you're traveling, you don't have time to be making your own food and stuff. When you get to where you're trying to go, you can do that. But for right now, it's just better to stay on the move and get what's easy. I got off the interstate. I'm going to take the back 2-lane roads, try and get over to the coast and drive down the coast. Figure it'll be pretty into Clearwater, Florida. We have made it to the beach. Well, to Clearwater. It's nighttime. It doesn't look like it on the screen, but it's nighttime. We're still camped on the street in kind of a residential area, and we're going to see if this holds out overnight. Maybe we'll go farther south. I don't know. But we're going to stay here tonight and try it. I think it should be okay. It seems pretty quiet, and it's just residential, so there's just nobody walking around or anything. And if all goes as planned, we'll see you in the morning, and otherwise update you as needed. Good night. Good morning. It's about 9 a.m. I slept all night without a problem. It was quiet as a mouse. We're in some kind of residential area about a block from where the hotels and restaurants are here in Clearwater. Woke up to some, you maybe can hear the people manicuring the lawns of the apartment buildings, and some people here playing tennis right next to me. We parked right here on the street and it was no problem. So it's pretty nice. See some people walking around. But anyway, we're gonna go try and get some breakfast. I don't know where to go. We'll drive around and get a better feel for what's going on here in Clearwater and take it from there. Beautiful day out. About 60 degrees right now, 9 a.m. Driving through Clearwater. So I was going to McDonald's and I saw this diner. So I figured, let's risk it. Try the diner for breakfast. Papa's New York Diner in Clearwater, Florida. It's good. I had Western omelet, so I guess that had ham, put American cheese in it, onions and green peppers, I think. They had home fries, which is different than hash browns, so it's just basically like mashed fried potatoes. It's good. Wheat toast, that was better than McDonald's. We have found the beach. And the parking lot is closed for some crazy reason. Okay. Well, that's the beach. There it is. And the girl lost her volleyball. We're across the street. All these hotels right on the beach, restaurants. Went up and down this street here, just checking out the neighborhoods. They're really nice. Everybody seems to be living a nice lifestyle here on this island. I went to this Publix. It's on the second floor. You had to go up a set of stairs, 2 sets of stairs, or take an elevator. I guess they do that for the flooding, or potential flooding. They have a garage underneath. Maybe that's what they want, is to conserve space. Anyway, I got a couple things. Just tied me over, trying to figure out what I want to do, if I want to keep staying here for the next couple days or maybe head off somewhere else. The weather is really nice. I just had a little Ben & Jerry's just for a afternoon snack, and we'll see what we do from here. It's 7 o'clock. The sun is setting, or has set. Still light out, not quite like what you're seeing. Parked in the same place where I was last night. It was a really good spot. I went around pretty much the majority of the island, checked out some other spots that potentially I could stay at. Got some other spots, but this seemed like the best and most convenient, and most likely quietest, because last night was amazing. I might make a sandwich before I go to bed, watch a little TV or a movie or something on the iPad, and hit the sack. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, I think. The front that's coming through where I came from is also hitting down here, obviously, but not as snow, thank goodness, but more as rain. And I don't know how much that's going to be or what kind of storm we're going to have, but we'll see how that is. Might stick it out here. It's not bad. I'm starting to get a lay of the land. It's always kind of tough when you come to a new place and you got to figure it all out. I've done quite a bit of exploring today, and it's really nice. So we'll see about tomorrow, and if we're going to move on to somewhere else farther south. I'm not sure yet. We'll take it from there. Good morning. Had a uneventful night's sleep here in Clearwater. We're gonna head on over probably to the same place that we went to yesterday for breakfast, at that diner over on the mainland side of the Clearwater area, and get some breakfast. Papa's New York Diner, open 24 hours. This is where we had breakfast yesterday. Back at the same spot. French toast, 2 eggs, hash browns with onions, assorted meats, $13.99. Decided to head farther down south a little bit. So we're going to cross this big bridge. I guess that's the ocean way out there. And this right here is like an inlet or something, or a bay. So we're going farther down the island. It is really pouring down. We're crossing over a bridge here. This says Treasure Island City Limit. No idea where I am. We're still just going down the coast of the island. And at some point we're going to have to cross over inland, I guess, and figure out what we're going to do then. If we're going to go back to where we came or keep going south. This storm is part of this rain is part of the front that came through and put all that snow up in the north and where I came from in Nashville. At least it's rain, not snow. Well, we just passed over a toll. Well, we're passing over a toll bridge. It said on the sign, don't stop, we'll bill you. I don't know how much they're gonna bill me. It was something like 58 cents per axle, I think, maybe. Still raining like crazy. And I think we're around St. Petersburg, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, we're just continuing to head south. And we hit some traffic. Not sure what this is. We're on the way to Bradenton, Florida, farther south. So we'll see where we end up stopping. I still need to stop somewhere. I've got a frozen pizza I'm going to cook. Put some extra cheese on top of it here in the van. So that should be good. Looking forward to it. Watch a movie or something on the iPad. But first we got to find a place to stop. And it's only 4:30 at this point, so I don't want to stop yet. Prefer to stop once it gets dark. Obviously, it's going to get darker with this rain and overcast skies. This is saying traffic is 12 minutes. So we'll see what we end up doing. But this is where we are. The traffic's starting to move a little bit. We're passing over another overpass. That's the ocean. Still really rainy. This is St. Petersburg as far as I know. Or we're leaving it. Into Bradenton. Coming up on a toll, $175. I don't know if I gotta pay cash or what. Change provided. Cars, trucks. Okay, so that was not a will bill you situation. They wanted $1.75, but I gave them $2 and they do give you change. So I guess that's it. I think there's some more tolls I gotta do up ahead. Maybe 1 or 2. I have my GPS set for tolls. I didn't want to go around anything. I just want to see what's all this coastline is on this trip. So we're gonna go through the tolls if they have them. Thought I'd check out this rest area / fishing pier. Interesting. Oh, there's a bird. It says that this is patrolled at nighttime too. Armed security. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I guess it's good. Good stop here. It had signs that said there was no overnight parking, 3-hour period parking, but I'm not going to stay here, I don't think, at this point. So we'll just keep on going. That's fine. All right, we're getting ready to go over a big bridge. Can't really tell. Maybe you can see it in the distance there, past that semi. This is a fishing pier. The rain's letting up some, which is good. Maybe we can outrun it or get far enough south that it goes away. I don't know. I haven't looked at the radar or the weather or anything to see where we are as far as that's concerned. But I don't see a break yet. All right, we're going up. It looks like we have gotten out of the rain mostly as it starts to pick up a little bit now, but I think right now we're going to head to Fort Myers. There's a Love's travel stop. I think I'll stay there the night if I can. Cook this pizza, watch a little movie or something. Then we're going to head down, I think, to Key West tomorrow. I think we're about 80 miles or so from Fort Myers. There we go. We've made it to where we're going to stop tonight. The plan is we'll fill up with gas here and then we'll park here somewhere on this lot for the night and cook some dinner, like this pizza. We're parked up here at Love's Travel Stop in Fort Myers, Florida, on our way to Key West. And right now, we're going to cook a pizza in the van. This is the first meal we've made on this trip in the van. I'm looking forward to it. I like making this pizza my way, and with my pizza cooker, it works out really well. Let me show you what we got going on here. So here's our pizza cooker. It's just basically a glorified George Foreman grill, but it works really well. Right now it's warming up. We've got the classic Red Baron Supreme Pizza. We're going to zhuzh it up some with some mozzarella cheese and some Italian seasoning. Okay, so the light's on. Already put the pizza in. Now we got to put the cheese on it. Got the cheese put on there, just kind of however. It's going to melt. I've never used slices, so we'll see how that works. It's mozzarella. Should be good. And here we go. Ready to pull it out and cut it with my pizza slicer and get to eating. All right, good morning. We stayed at this Love's in Fort Myers, which as far as I can tell is the last one that is available to me on my route. I booked a hotel this morning in Key West. We're going to make our way down there. I think it's about 300 miles from where we are. We're going to take our time. We're not in a hurry. Hopefully be able to see some stuff on the way on the bridge, the different stops. While I'm here at Love's, I got some fresh brewed coffee, and I tried their vanilla creamer that seemed to be chilled. So I've never tried either of those things where it grinds the beans for you, and also you use their chilled vanilla creamer, so we'll see if that's any good. And I also got a ham, egg, and cheese omelet bowl, so we're gonna eat that and then we're gonna head out and make our way to Key West. For the record, the ham, egg, and cheese omelet from Love's gets a thumbs up for me. Had kind of almost like a souffle kind of texture with the eggs. And if you want something that's not real carby and has some protein for the morning, then I'd say go for that. They also had one with bacon, so there's my recommendation. Here we go. We've just entered the Keys officially, so that's good. I believe that's Key Largo over there. This is Key Largo. We're between Key Largo and Isla Morada. Marathon, Florida. Heading into Big Pine Key. We're about an hour out from our hotel, 39 miles. Got some birds outside my room. Hello. Here's the room, the bathroom. Let's see, got lights. There we go. Shower. Nice big shower head. Storage. Got a safe. Ironing board and an iron. Here's the room. This is what I could get. I think they only had one room left when I got this. Nice TV, microwave, coffee stuff down there. I like the furniture. Patio that looks out to the pool, and the ocean is on the other side of that. You can see it. I don't have an ocean view, but whatever. I'm gonna be gone most of the time, probably. And that's where we'll be staying. I've been chilling out here in the hotel. Had some issues with the hotel. I'll get into that later, but decided I'd just stay in here while I was resting and enjoying my big giant bed here and order some DoorDash. And I ended up getting some Indian food. So just got some tikka masala, rice, garlic naan bread. Watching some stuff on my iPad and gonna chow down on this. All right, good morning. Got some things to talk about later, but we'll deal with that in another video or maybe later on. But overall, decent night of sleep. Going to get some breakfast now. There's free breakfast provided here. We're at the Hampton Inn, Key West, by the way. More about that later. But that's where we're headed down to get breakfast. some birds sitting up here looking for some breakfast from people. I don't think you're gonna get anything. I don't have anything. No. Okay, so I had breakfast. It was, you know, hotel breakfast, but at least it was hot and it was cooked. So I had eggs, some kind of hash potato thing, fried potatoes, a little piece of sausage. That was probably the worst part of it. Got some coffee and orange juice. The orange juice is probably the best, the best part of the whole thing. The eggs were fine, so were the potatoes. But anyway, got in there, got out as quick as I could. So this is the Hampton Inn, Key West. Now, when I tried to book a room here in Key West, I couldn't find a room. Like it's packed here. In fact, I think when I booked this hotel, it was the last room they had available. So I got lucky. That being said, it is right next to the airport. Every once in a while, it's not all the time, every once in a while though, you hear a jet basically landing on your head. So that's one thing. But you know, it's a small island, you know, you expect these kind of things, it's fine. And it's not all the time. It was first thing this morning. There was some coming in last night when I got here about 4 o'clock or so. I don't know what their schedule is, but anyway, that's just, I guess I'll give that a pass. The room is modern. It seems like they updated it. None of the technology works. Here's the big issue. TV doesn't work. The telephone doesn't work. So I couldn't call the front desk. The Wi-Fi doesn't work. And there's very poor cell signal here where I am. So don't think that you're gonna be sending files for work or anything like that. They couldn't even fix it when I went to the front desk. They had their tech guy who was here. He came to try and fix the TV. He's like, yeah, I can't fix it. Okay. So then he said, I'll go back and I'll come back to you. He came back and he said, good news, bad news. I can't put you in another room because we're all booked out. The good news is we're gonna give you a free night. So I'm staying here for 3 nights. This hotel room was expensive. Nothing works. They're supposed to have somebody come today and try and fix some of this. I don't know. Anyway, the other thing is the ceiling. There's room above me. You know, this is like a motel kind of situation. So I like that because I can get right out to my van very easily. You know, I don't have to go through a whole hotel and drag all my stuff in. It's basically right there out the door. So that's convenient. The bigger problem is the ceiling is paper thin. So I got people stomping across like a herd of elephants all day, all night. The refrigerator, which for some reason they keep behind a closed door to get to the refrigerator, doesn't make any sense to me. It's loud also, and it clonks and bangs, and I mean, I recorded it last night, so here's what it sounds like. So you imagine trying to sleep with that when it comes on and goes off. This is not the best. I'm gonna say that. Hampton Inn, you could do better. When I first went to the front desk after knowing that the television, the Wi-Fi, and the telephone didn't work, the best thing that they said that they could do for me was give me $30 off. That wasn't gonna fly for me. So I told them, I said, well, who do I need to talk to about lowering my rate? They said the manager, who wasn't there, but they gave me his email address. Apparently, when the service guy came to try and fix the TV, he contacted the manager, and the manager gave me 1 night free. So I'm not going to complain anymore about it. I got a night free. I mean, I guess that's the best they can do at this point. Hopefully they can fix the TV at least. I can limp along without the Wi-Fi, I guess. It's going to make things more difficult for me as far as work and uploading videos and things. So anyway, today I think I'm going to go and take a trolley. So there's this trolley that they had to buy a ticket for. It's not associated with the hotel, it's associated with the island. And you take this trolley around to the entire island and it gives you a tour, and you can hop on and hop off a number of points throughout the day. It's a day pass, so you know, it comes along every, I don't know what it is, 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, something like that. They said the more in demand it is, the more trolleys they put out. Apparently the island is full right now because, one, I couldn't get a room anywhere else basically, and two, when I talked to the concierge here at the hotel who was giving me kind of the rundown of the island, because I've never been here, I said, is it full here? Like, is there people here for some reason? Like, is this part of the season? And she said, yes, February is part of the season. And she said everybody is trying to escape the cold. Funny part is, that's why I came here also, to escape the cold. I'm the same as everybody. But anyway, we're gonna take the trolley. That's the plan right now. There's also a shuttle from the hotel to another point on the island. We're on the eastern side of the island. The shuttle goes to the western side of the island, which apparently is where all the stuff is. So I could take that anytime. That runs every 20 minutes, I think it is, or half hour. She gave me a schedule. So I'm gonna see what the island's like. I think I'll travel light today, and then tomorrow I'll probably maybe take a backpack and a phone or my camera and things like that, and be a little more equipped once I have a lay of the land. Today I think we'll just go with my phone and leave it at that. Okay, as you can see, I'm in a new room. It's a television that works. Let's see if the phone works. It does. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So we're in a new room, a couple doors down. Had to schlep all my stuff around the corner, but that's cool. Hope that things work better than the previous room. There's a bathroom again. Reset. So we're good. Everything's cool. Okay, I just put my drinks in the refrigerator and turned it up, and it's not loud and banging. Everything so far better. TV works, I already checked it. Okay, I think we're back in business. We're gonna get ready and get on the trolley, go for the tour. That's the plan now. Hello. Don't ask me what anything is. The combination plan. It's great. Looks good. On the trolley heading back to the hotel for a bit. And continue my tour on here also. But I got lunch, so that was good.
9-year, $9 million renovation to the U.S. Art and History Museum. Townsend said he spent some time there, about 6 months, developing depth charges for the Navy. The top floor of that museum stays the same. Mr. Mel Fisher, he was a treasure hunter. And this is our very first stop 1A, which would be great if you're going to Harry Truman's little White House. Roughly 5-minute walk through these green presidential gates here. But to the right now, this is the birthplace of Pan American Airlines. Their ticket office 1927. Currently, first flight island restaurant and brewery called Polydactyl Pets. And a house there.
We're back from the trip today with the trolley and the tour. Got some food at the Cuban place, which I had a combination platter of what they considered traditional Cuban food. One was like a braised beef kind of thing. One was almost like a pulled pork here in the States. And then the other thing was like a ground beef stew something, which went with some yuca. So when you put those two things together, yuca's kind of like a potato, I guess. It was kind of like a shepherd's pie when they went together. And then it also had plantains. I got yellow rice, beans. And they gave you some bread, which was really good, and two different sauces to dip the bread in. One was like a spicy salsa almost, and the other was more of a green salsa, which wasn't spicy. It was all very good. I couldn't even eat it all. It was so much. I walked around a little bit more, and I just caught the trolley back to the hotel and did the rest of the sightseeing tour. So that gave me a good idea of the entire island in a basic nutshell. To me, being a person who came to Key West for the first time, I see a lot of New Orleans, and I see a lot of Cuban influence and everything. So that's really interesting. It's very touristy. There's some places that seem more historical. Other places are more party centric, bars, this kind of thing. There's restaurants. That's really pretty much New Orleans, isn't it? I took a nap when I got back. Oh, by the way, I have a new room. So, everything works. So that's good. And the hotel gives you complimentary drink tickets. So I upcharged my drink tickets to a couple of margaritas just now from what they call the Cheeky Hut, which is a bar at the pool. So I'm drinking those. So that's where we are at this point. Not sure what I'm going to do tomorrow. It turned out that there's a lot of free parking around the island, especially around the beaches, that hardly anybody was using. So I might take the van out tomorrow and just go around, check things out myself, instead of getting another trolley pass. We'll see though. But that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. So I'm going to drink these margaritas. I got 2 of them, and we'll take it from there. Good morning. It is Saturday, and we're going to get some breakfast and then figure out what we're going to do today. Nice day. I think the clouds are going to clear more today. Should be nice. It's about 72. Kind of breezy, but that's okay. Looks good. I don't have anything for you. Yeah, I don't have anything for you. They think I'm gonna feed them. Coconut trees with coconuts. There's another one over here. Southernmost buoy. Got my video, my picture with the Southernmost buoy, and Avoided all this line here. Just right there. So that's cool. Mission accomplished. Now I'm gonna try and get something to eat, maybe. Some souvenirs. Ordered this Lobster Bianca pizza. Lobster pizza. Really good. Dog beach. I guess you're gonna have dogs. There's a dog. There's the van, like a beacon of light. Get back in the van, safe and sound. Had a nice little spot, not too far away from where I was trying to go. Got my picture with the southernmost point. Had that lobster pizza. That was good. We are all packed up, back in the van. I've already checked out of the hotel. They ended up moving me to another room 2 nights ago after the first night. With all the problems that I mentioned, all the things ended up working out well as far as the room was concerned. So thank you, Hampton Inn, Key West. They comped me the first night because of all the problems with the room. And I had a good day yesterday. Went all around the island, saw the things I wanted to see again from the tour, got some souvenirs. I needed another coffee thermos thing for making coffee in the van. So I got this one, and I got a couple other things, like a coaster, a drink coaster. I got a magnet for the van, so that's cool. What else did I get? Oh, I got a mug. It's in the back, packed away. Had a good time here in Key West. Really learned a lot about how things are at the island. I drove around all yesterday. I didn't take any Ubers or trolleys or anything, no shuttles. So I kind of got a better feel for things, and it was a good experience. I will come back. I mean, you knew it had to be done, right? The breakfast wasn't open at the hotel yet. So here we are. What a way to end it. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah, we got it. The van and the Roosters. Yeah, that's real good. Hey, do it again. Thank you. Okay, gotta go now. See you next time. Marathon, Florida. Past another Starbucks. So there's a Starbucks in Marathon. So if you need diesel, I paid $4 roughly in Key West Marathon. Just past $3.59 or $3.49. I don't know which it was. So it's much cheaper. This is also where an airport is. I know people fly in here. So a lot of private planes. Here's Racetrack, $3.59 for diesel. Just got on the Florida Turnpike in Miami, heading north. Gonna stop off here at Wendy's and get a sandwich, a burger, and I think there's also a Dunkin' Donuts. I might get a coffee. Yes, there is. Okay. I've never been to one of these kind of things. Threw me off first. It was on the left side of the lane. Had to get all the way over. And I guess you go in this plaza here.
Proceed to the route.
It's different than what I'm used to. Pompano Beach. Got a Wendy's Baconator sandwich and a Dunkin' Donuts mocha Mountain Dew from my fridge. Baconator. This is probably the neatest made Baconator I've ever had. It's amazing. Good job, Wendy's. And Pompano Beach exit or service exit. Good job. Florida Turnpike is long. 435 miles we're going to be on it. We're going to go through Atlanta. There's a storm going through the Panhandle, and I'm not going to deal with that. We're going all the way up to Nashville to Atlanta. Time to get some fuel. We're at half a tank. So I learned something. The way that the Florida's Turnpike or whatever it's called works with diesel is there's like 2 diesel pumps, one on each side. And I was going around in the middle here looking to try and find which ones had diesel. None of them, obviously. So then I realized that that's a diesel pump. So they're on the outside. The part that kind of sucks is they don't let you use your credit card at that pump. You got to go inside. So you got a nice little hike to get there, and then you pay, like prepay, and then whatever. I don't know why you can't do it at the pump. Whatever. This is where I am. So I was driving around all that, and then I went way over there in the back. You can't even see it on the other side of the island to get my fuel. But the good news was it was a trucker's pump, so it was super fast. They have really big nozzles and they pump super fast. Much faster than the car ones. Getting 2 chili cheese dogs. That's pretty good. Very good. Hot dog number 2. A+. Here's the best insight I can tell you about camping in your van. When you have the opportunity to dump your garbage, dump it. And try and keep it in small amounts. So like use those grocery store plastic bags. Those are great for a garbage bag. When that's full, dump it. That way you can dump it in any of these small opening garbage cans in anywhere. If you use a regular household garbage bag and fill it all the way up, you're going to have a hard time finding somewhere that you can throw that away and it's going to fit. All right. Proceeding on. Hot dogs were good. And we're getting out of this truck stop now that we've learned how to use it. It was a little confusing at first. I was like, how am I going to do this? I don't see any diesel. Anyway, we've learned. Moving on, back on the Florida Turnpike. We are somewhere north of Ocala, near Lake City. It's a little bit south of Valdosta, Georgia. So we're kind of close to the border of Florida and Georgia. Today we've driven 518 miles. We've been on the road for 10 hours, 26 minutes total, I believe. But we're gonna call it a night here at this rest stop and pick it back up in the morning. Good morning. From a rainy rest stop somewhere around Lost City or Last City, Lake City, Florida. Uneventful evening, pretty quiet considering it's a rest stop along the highway. Most of the people here were pretty quiet, although somebody decided to run the generator at some point, which is kind of annoying, but it was all right. It's a little chilly. Let's see what the weather is. 53 degrees right now in Lake City, Florida. It is still overcast. I think it's kind of drizzling on and off. Anyway, we're going to make our way to get some breakfast somewhere. Most likely just find a McDonald's and keep rolling and get back to Nashville. Change of plan. We're gonna go towards Tallahassee and then up through Alabama instead. I really just don't like going through Atlanta and then the mountain, or the mountain after that. Probably by the time we get to Atlanta, it's probably gonna be rush hour, so that'll make our trip slower. We're talking about right now an hour roughly difference in travel time. And again, after we figured traffic, I'd rather go towards Tallahassee on 10. So that's what we're doing. Decision made.
For about 166 miles, continue straight.
There you go. Continue straight for 166 miles. I can do that. You can see where the blue line, dark blue line. So it's a little slower right now, but I predict by the time it's all said and done, it's going to be about the same. considering Atlanta traffic by the time we get there. Plus, this is a much easier ride, and we got a lot of good Love's truck stops to stop at along the way. Listen, McDonald's is the easiest place to go when you need a bathroom break, because they always have the side entrance. Usually, doesn't look like this one has it, but there's usually a side entrance, or that one right there is right next to the bathroom. That's a whole lot easier than having to go all the way through a truck stop or something, or stop at a Walmart or a grocery store or whatever. So yeah, that's one of my little hacks. Stop at a McDonald's. Their bathrooms are usually pretty clean. Usually not a lot of people in them. And you can get in and get out real quick. That's one of my travel hacks. Feel free to use it. All right, gonna christen our new travel mug with some McDonald's coffee. We're gonna use our own coffee stuff. You gotta put the half and half in there first, and then take the coffee and pour that in there so it warms up the half and half. You add the rest. And then you take a sip to make some room for the rest of the coffee. And that's going to be perfect. There you go. Easy coffee on the road if you don't want to make it yourself. Got my coffee and my Key West commemorative travel tumbler with my own special blend of coffee accoutrements. And I got a couple of sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits. Used the McDonald's app, like I told you. Used some of my points for one of the sandwiches. And also got double points unlocked for breakfast. So it's great. That means more free food whenever I need it. Hacks. Hacks on the road. This is key. By the way, it's cold here. We're still in Florida, but this ain't Key West. There's a difference between the Gulf, Florida, and Southern Florida, obviously. I don't know what the temperature is here. Let me see. The temperature here right now in Live Oak is 52 degrees. It's supposed to get up to 63, but we're going to break through this when we get a little farther into Alabama. Finished breakfast, and it's time to get rolling. Watching these birds out here. We haven't found a French fry. That looks better. So like I said, going through Atlanta was going to get slower as the day progressed. What was over an hour faster is now showing similar ETA. You can see now going through Atlanta is 2 minutes slower than going, is 2 minutes slower than going the way we're going. So that traffic in Atlanta makes a difference. It went from over an hour faster to go that way to now slower, 2 minutes slower going that way than going all the way through Tallahassee into Alabama and all the way up into Nashville. So, and I think this is the easier route, you know? You don't have to go through the big cities really so much. The highway's not quite as congested. I mean, that's a big thoroughfare going through Atlanta. And anywhere near that, an hour south of that even. Anyway, so we're on a good route with a projected ETA. We got about 7.5 hours more, 516 miles. We got a long way to go. And a short time to get there. Gonna get some gas here
Turn left
at
onto
Love's.
Dilmar Road, then take the next left into the parking lot.
About halfway full. So, gonna stop off here. This is the first Love's, I think, in the trip that we've had on the way back. Come here because I use the app. You know me and apps. Get 15 cents off every gallon with diesel, 10 cents on gas. This is a diesel van, so 15 cents off. I'll take that. Thank you.
Turn left into the parking lot.
So we'll fill up here, do our regular thing.
You've entered the parking lot for your destination.
Get back on the road. I'm not sure what town we're in.
Arrived.
Okay, we're in Cottondale, Florida, or Alabama. Not sure which. Diesel price is $3.69. It's be $3.70 with my 15 cent discount per gallon. Cottondale, Florida. Just to be clear. 25.97 gallons. I have a 40-gallon gas tank, roughly. That's a modified gas tank add-on, third party. Normally this would be my regular gas tank, just about. That's not suitable, so I had to get a extension, well, replacement for my gas tank. So I think it's 37 gallons, somewhere around there, 37, 38, 40, something. All right, gotta fill up, got a couple of drinks, get back on the road here. I think we got like 6 more hours or so. So we're at the point now we're gonna be heading straight up and through Alabama, into Tennessee,
At the stop
then
sign,
into Nashville.
turn right onto US 231 North. For about 32 miles, continue straight.
Troy, Alabama. We're just rolling on through. I guess this is 231 is going to take us to 65, I assume.
Use the right lane to keep right to merge onto US 80 West toward Montgomery. In 8.8 miles, take exit 0 to merge onto I-65 North toward Birmingham.
We are in Montgomery, Alabama, and we're getting ready to get on 65. Take us to Birmingham.
Take the exit. For about 274 miles, continue straight.
Gotta make a stop for some fuel. Just to fill up. We're at about 3/4, maybe 2/3 of a tank. But I want to try and have at least half a tank before we're done left. So that's what we're doing. Okie dokie. Thanks again, loves. Back in Tennessee. About 80 miles left, I think. Well, we made it to Nashville, basically. Wow, what a trip. 8 days. We left last Sunday. This is Monday. Left with a haircut at 10:30 on a Sunday, and now we're arriving into Nashville about 6 o'clock on a Monday. 6 o'clock at night. Appreciate you following along. This was a good escape from the cold. It's much warmer here in Nashville now. It's 63 degrees at 6 o'clock, so that's great. I don't see any snow anywhere, thank goodness. That's what we tried to escape. We went to Clearwater, spent a couple days down there, ventured farther south, ended up in Fort Myers overnight, and then on a whim went to Key West and stayed for 3 nights in a hotel and explored some of the island, most of the island, in fact, if not all. It was great. Saw a lot, learned a lot. We need to do it again. We had a total of 2,000 miles roughly, a little bit more than that probably. This leg of the journey, these past 2 days, driving from Key West back to Nashville, took us 20 plus hours total driving. It's been quite a haul. Obviously we did the other part down to Key West. What did we do? 2 days to Clearwater, then 1 day in Fort Myers, and then 1 day so like 4 days to get down to Key West. And we did 2 days to get back up here. So it's pretty crazy. So it's been quite a haul, 2,000 miles plus. I don't know how many, 8 days that we've been gone, 8 or 7.5 days, 8 days. Been really an adventure. All right. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like the video, please. Click the notification bell, follow along. We got a lot more great videos to come. More camping and cooking type of videos in the woods and that kind of stuff from the van, from the escape vehicle. Thanks for watching.